Nilam Kandung by Clara Citraningtyas, Helena Rebecca Tangkilisan, and Rudy Pramono. Illustration by Stella Catherine and published by PT International Licensing Media. In a village in faraway land, there lived a mother and her only son, Nilam Kandung. They were very poor and had to live very simply. Nilam's mother planted their own vegetables on their small backyard for their daily meals, and each day the mother had to wake up at dawn and worked very hard. Nilam Kandung was a good boy. He always tried to help his mother. He even saved some money to help his mother. Nilam Kandung decided to leave his village when he was old enough, sailing overseas to better his life. He asked permission from his mother. Despite her mother's reluctance to let him go, his mother eventually granted her permission and blessing. My son Nilam, your mother has only one piece of advice for you. Never forget your mother or your homeland. Nilam Kandung promised to return once he had achieved success. So he set off. He wished to join the crew of a large ship and sailed across the seas. As it turned out, he had difficulty to start his journey. Not all of the 10 ships in port required new crew members. Nilam approached each ship's captain one by one. None of them wanted to take Nilam on board their ship for different reasons. You are too thin, one of the captain complained. You are not the type to work on a ship, son, said another. You must first pay something, the other said. You must fight the other crew members first, shouted a different captain. Okay, as long as you don't mind being a pirate in the middle of the ocean, said the other. Nilam refused to agree to any of these terms. He began to feel discouraged. So he prayed quietly. On the 5th ship, a ray of hope appeared. Unfortunately, Nilam was too late. The captain had only recently accepted a new crew member. Nilam's enthusiasm was restored, and he did not give up, even though he was once again rejected by the 6th ship. On the 7th ship, Nilam was finally accepted. Nilam Kandung started working on that ship. He worked as a deckhand for 2 years. He enjoyed his job very much, but he needed a new challenge. So on the 3rd year, he began studying astronomy and navigation. That same year, he was given a job as a helmsman. In his 6th year, the captain entrusted him with the ship's operational finances. Nilam handled these responsibilities with care and honesty. He eventually earned a reputation as a hard worker, smart, polite, helpful, and skilled person. He never complained nor gave up. As time went by, Nilam Kandung became more and more successful. On the 11th year, the captain decided to retire and entrusted it to Nilam Kandung. Nilam began to consider marriage. In light of his current position and also his age, he had found the perfect bride. The girl also liked Nilam, and the girl's father accepted Nilam's proposal. They married and began a family. Nilam became more successful, and he increasingly enjoyed his wealth and his power. Nilam Kandung and his wife one day set sail on the largest and most luxurious ship. They arrived in Nilam Kandung's hometown. Many people there had forgotten about Nilam Kandung, but some still remembered him. The news of Nilam Kandung's return reached his mother, who was now old and weak and dressed poorly. His mother was overjoyed to hear that her son had returned home, especially after learning that Nilam had become a business owner. Nilam's mother rushed to the harbor, her heart full of longing for Nilam, who had been gone for so long now. At the harbor, Nilam's mother approached Nilam Kandung. Nilam, my son, she said to the well-dressed businessman. I am so happy that you have returned. Do you remember your mother, son? Nilam was taken aback when he heard what this elderly woman had said in front of his employees. Nilam actually remembered his mother, but he was embarrassed to call this shabbily dressed old woman his mother in front of his employees and his wife. You, my mother? Nilam shouted. No, my mother isn't dressed like you. You are definitely not my mother. Hearing these words, Nilam's mother was broken-hearted and burst into tears. Nilam, I am your mother, she stuttered. You are definitely not my mother. My mother is not poor and not dirty like you, shouted Nilam Kandung. He turned away and left his mother. His mother was heartbroken by Nilam Kandung's refusal to recognize her, especially in front of so many people from her village. With tears in her eyes, Nilam's mother cried out to God. God, if he is really my son, Nilam Kandung, please forgive him and make him aware of what he has done. He is still my child, O Lord. Nilam Kandung was shocked to hear the prayer of the mother, a prayer that was so sincere. There was no curse in the prayer. There was no hatred. There was only love. Yes, the love of a mother to her child. Not long after Nilam had been pondering his mother's prayer and love, a terrible storm suddenly hit that area. The wind howled and the rain hit hard. Huge clouds swirled around the ship. Sometime later, the storm subsided, and Nilam Kandung's large and luxurious ship had been broken to pieces after being hit by that storm. Nothing was left of the ship. However, Nilam Kandung and his wife, who were on the beach, were safe. Nilam Kandung was frightened and heartbroken to see his most precious possession, the ship, sank. However, he, his wife, and his crew were safe, but now were stranded. His belongings had drowned along with the ship. Nilam had become poor in an instant. Nilam was in deep thought. He felt bad about not acknowledging the elderly woman whose prayer had been heard by God. His wife asked him quietly, My husband, who is that old lady? Is she, in fact, your mother? Let's talk to her if she's your mother. It is not good for a child to deny his mother. Nilam Kandung's wife encouraged him to apologize to his mother. Nilam Kandung knelt down and asked forgiveness from his mother. His mother forgave him and accepted his wife as her daughter-in-law. As Nilam had lost all his possessions, his mother asked Nilam and his wife to live with her. Let's go back to our old home and let's start from zero again. You have done it once, and so you can definitely do it again. Nilam agreed to his mother. They began a new life together. Nilam Kandung started again from zero with the help of his wife. His mother never ceased to pray for them. It was difficult to begin from the scratch. Nilam, on the other hand, was not easily discouraged. And years later, thanks to his persistence, hard work, and prayers, Nilam Kandung achieved success once more. And they lived happily ever after. The end.